So something I really want to talk about at the moment is this is obviously this is something I don't really do, and I rarely ever show my face unless it's on a live stream or I'm actually recording. But this is something I kind of need to get off my chest, and it's not really a big deal. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be affected by it. It depends if you follow the Star Wars fan base, but not many of you know I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan. I've been in support of the community ever since I was a kid. I watched all the movies, saw the Clone Wars TV series, and I'm pretty passionate about the Star Wars universe and the community around it. So about 3 to 4 weeks ago, a pretty popular YouTuber called Star Wars Theory, he uploaded a Star Wars fan film. It's literally a Vader fan film which he made, and he funded the whole thing himself. I want to talk about the details first, just so you guys don't get confused here. So Star Wars Theory is a Star Wars based YouTuber, and he posts daily, I believe. And I watch him. Ever since making the channel, his fan base has grown like a ton. It's been pretty popular, like in the Star Wars community. And one of the things he does is he covers the Vader comics, which Disney releases every so often. Like I'm pretty sure it's like one a month or like one every so often. I don't know the times, but he adds like voiceovers and sound effects to the comics to give a sort of a feel that they're not just you're just reading in your head and that's what it is. It actually gives I wouldn't say a purpose, but it gives a sort of like a better like kick to the comics. Now recently he made a fan film. He needed permission from Lucasfilm to make this thing, and so he actually contacted Lucasfilm and they gave him permission to make this fan film for his channel or whatever, but they said that he could only do it on like 2 terms. So they said he could make it, but it had to be funded by himself, so he couldn't crowdfund it. And when he made it, he couldn't put any adverts on the video, so he couldn't make money back from it. So obviously he was okay by this. He was like, okay, those are the rules, that's that. So what he did was when he set up I think he set up a Patreon, and people donated to that, or they donated to his merch store. Obviously, if they bought something, then it wasn't really donating. But obviously, if they bought something, that money would be going to the fan film. He saved up $100,000 of that money. This is his own money now that he saved up. So that's pretty crazy. Like I honestly can't imagine, saving up £100,000 of my own money to make a fan film. For like this video is like 12 minutes, 15 minutes. It's pretty short, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be like 6 parts to it. I don't know. And we're just going to have to see. So the whole video was uploaded and it gained a lot of attention, like across social media. All these big pages and like certain celebrities were sharing this this fan film that had gone viral on YouTube, and it was like it almost hit like #1 like in trending or something like that on YouTube. And all these platforms started talking about this Darth Vader fan movie, which is trending. It was incredible, this big thing. It gained a lot of popularity. And only now, say around a day ago, I'm not sure when it happened, but because of how much attention it gained, Disney decided to claim the video as their own. Now, obviously, they're allowed to do that. Star Wars is owned by Disney. Lucasfilm is owned by Disney. Not just 3 or 4 minutes of this video was claimed by them. They decided to claim the whole thing, which is stupid. It doesn't make sense because originally, the video, it had no adverts on it, so it's not supposed to have adverts because obviously if it did, he would be making money, which he's not allowed to. Star Wars Theory is following the rules in this situation. But because Disney decided to claim the video, it now has adverts on it, which is now making them money. And you can kind of see where this is you can see where I'm going with this. It's kind of stupid. Disney, a multi-billion-dollar company, is claiming a video of 12-15 minutes. It's a fan film, which they gave permission to the guy, and now claiming money from that. So he, like Star Wars Theory, he said that if he did have adverts on the video for the whole time it's been up, which is like 3 or 4 weeks, he would have made back the money which he spent on the actual fan film. And in a way, this is like the pettiest thing that Disney has kind of done for us, really, as towards the Star Wars community. It's kind of stupid. They didn't claim the video because it was Star Wars. They didn't claim it because of the characters. They claimed it because the music that was used was similar to the Imperial March in it. So like Star Wars Theory hired a composer to make to make the Imperial March, but in a different way. So like he didn't actually make the Imperial March. He made like music which sounded very similar to it, but not to the point where it was the Imperial March. The music in the video is their own music. Like it's this own composer's music, which like Star Wars Theory hired. But Disney, they claimed the whole video as their own, and they claimed the music as their music when it's not. You know, at the moment, there's a lot of controversy going on about it. Like, a lot of people saying, yeah, well, it's Disney owns Star Wars, and yeah, that makes sense. Nobody's saying Disney can't claim it, but to give permission to somebody to make a fan film and then to claim it as their own over somebody else's music is pretty pathetic when you think about it. You know, especially since Disney make millions of dollars per year, it's really petty. You know, it's like, the sad part is that it wasn't an automatic claim either. Like, somebody who works in Disney, like, manually went on this video and said, hey, this is our property. Even though they gave him permission through Lucasfilm. Like, Lucasfilm said, yes, you can do this as long as you follow the rules. You know? Like, Disney didn't automatically claim it. YouTube didn't do it. You know, they've got the AI system which automatically claims videos as like certain company ones if it goes up. Like somebody manually went ahead and said, yes, this is ours. Like at the moment, it's not really looking good for Disney. Like, you know, it really isn't. Because, you know, especially with the whole episode 8 and Solo movies, like personally, I liked Solo, but there was so much hype for episode 8. And for me personally, it turned out to be a big disappointment. Like Disney are kind of in the deep end right now. And a lot of people are really conflicted on this situation. Like, they're making so much Star Wars, like, movies and toys and all this or whatever. And it's not really as a unique thing anymore. Like, to me, like, I grew up with Star Wars. It was such a big thing. You know, we only had the 6 episodes and the expanded universe when I was, like, whatever. And maybe the Clone Wars and some games, and that was it. Ever since Disney have taken over, I've kind of watched it slowly go downhill. Like, I'm not saying it is. I know I did say that, but just let me explain, alright? Thanks. There are so many ways that they can revive it. Like, you know, they're reviving it with The Mandalorian, with, you know, with Clone Wars Season 7 coming out soon. They're actually trying to bring it back. Because with the Clone Wars TV series, that was, like, for me, in the prime time. Because that is what everybody liked. At the moment, like, what's up with this Cassian Andor spin-off series or movie? Like, nobody really asked for that. But then we're getting things like Clone Wars Season 7 and The Mandalorian, like I said. You know, it looks incredible, but there are certain things that people don't really want. And obviously you can't cater to the masses. Like, at the end of the day, there's always going to be a group of people who don't like this, or they don't like that. And what I'm trying to say is, it's rather sad that Disney think that they can just release a sci-fi movie and label it as Star Wars to try and make more money. And then, especially when they've gone ahead and given permission to, like, somebody who's so inspired by Star Wars, like, that's basically their life, it's their job. You know, he uploads to YouTube all the time, and he does sell his own merch or whatever. And, you know, it's his life at the end of the day. And it's sad for them to just go ahead and claim that movie that he made with their permission as their own, but through the music, not through the fact that it's Star Wars, because the music sounds too similar to the Imperial March. They're claiming that. You know, that's not how this works at the end of the day. Like, they need to actually listen to the fans. Like, heck, you know, like I said, you can't cater to the masses, but at the end of the day, you know, maybe they should listen to the community a bit more instead of just, you know, ignoring what we're getting that Rebels kids TV series. Like, okay, it's more for like children, you know, you can kind of tell what I'm guessing it is, because it's the cartoon style to it. It's like the anime cartoon style. It's not really, you know, what I'm trying to say, it's kind of like, it's not what people asked for. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And it's like, you know, they didn't announce it. They just, oh, hey, here's this like TV show, which nobody really wanted. Like, I guess it gives more backstory to like characters like Poe and, you know, what's her face? Buckethead. This person. No, you know, it just gives more backstory to those characters, which is kind of cool. But then they're not really listening to everyone. They're not listening to what we want. I want to know what your guys' opinion on this is, because, you know, do you think it's okay for Disney to like, do you think it's okay for Disney to claim the fan film as theirs only because the music sounded similar? Or do you think it's like actually morally wrong. Like morally, for me, I think it's wrong. But at the end of the day, Star Wars is their thing. But personally, I think it's pretty sad that Disney have done that, especially since they make so much money per year. Like a multi-billion-dollar company is claiming this one video which is making like £100,000, like $100,000 back. And like Star Wars Theory said, to them it's just pennies. It's barely anything. Through Lucasfilm, they gave him permission to make it. Like obviously they can, but at the end of the day, I think it's morally sad. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Like, put your replies in the comments, and at the end of the day, I think I'll reply to all of you. But put your opinions in the comments, and I'll try and reply to them if I want to. But like and comment or whatever, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.